Hey friends, welcome to English Unbound. I'm Bevin.
And I'm Anna, I think.
You think?
I mean, my body is here. My brain is still under the blanket.
Fair. That is actually a perfect place to start.
Please tell me we are not doing a serious lesson today.
No serious lesson, no classroom face, no sit up straight and answer the question energy.
Good. I do not have that energy.
Today we are going to spend one full day in English. Just a normal day, the kind where the alarm is rude, the tea gets cold, your bag is somehow not ready, and you still have to go outside.
That sounds suspiciously like my life.
Mine too, and that is the point. Your real day already has English inside it. We just need to notice it.
I like that better than learn 20 important phrases.
Same. Today will feel more like a slow podcast story. We will move through a morning, a street, a bus, a work or study day, lunch, an afternoon slump going home, dinner and bedtime.
And I do not have to repeat every single sentence like a robot.
No, you can catch the lines that feel useful. If a sentence sounds like your life, say it with us. If not, just listen and stay in the scene.
That feels much more human.
Good. Then let's begin where most real days begin, with a small negotiation.
With who?
With the alarm.
Oh no.
Beep, beep, beep.
No, not yet.
The first useful sentence today, 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
There it is.
That one is not even English learning. That one is survival.
Survival English counts. So does messy English. So does sleepy English.
Sleepy English might be my strongest area.
Then you are already doing well. The room is dim. The blanket is heavy. The phone is somewhere near your pillow. The alarm rings again.
I hear it. I just do not respect it.
I wake up slowly.
I wake up slowly.
My eyes are still heavy.
My eyes are still heavy.
I am not ready yet.
I am not ready yet.
I sit up, but only a little.
I sit up, but only a little.
That is very specific.
Very honest.
Now we are not going to drill it. Just let the scene breathe. You wake up slowly. You sit there. Your hair is doing whatever it wants. Your phone says you should have gotten up 8 minutes ago.
8 minutes is rude.
You look at the floor and think, why is the floor so far away?
I have had that thought.
Then finally you put one foot on the floor.
One brave foot.
One brave foot. And maybe that is enough for the first minute of the day.
I can live with that.
Today is not about a perfect morning. It is about a morning you can actually say in English.
A morning I can actually say, that feels useful.
Right. Let's get up before the alarm wins again. The bathroom light comes on.
Too bright. Always too bright.
You look in the mirror
Do I have to?
just for 1 second.
Fine.
My hair is a mess.
My hair is a mess.
That line belongs in every beginner English book, honestly.
It would be the first page of my book.
Page 1, my hair is a mess. Page 2, I need coffee.
Now that is a useful textbook.
You brush your teeth, you wash your face. The water is cold enough to wake you up a little.
A little, not too much.
I look a little more awake.
I look a little more awake.
Not great, just better.
I appreciate the honesty.
Then breakfast. Maybe there is toast. Maybe there is rice. Maybe there is coffee. Maybe there is just a banana and a very ambitious plan.
A banana and a plan. I know that breakfast.
You pour tea, you answer one message, you put the cup down, and then, 5 minutes later, the tea is cold.
Every time.
My tea is cold.
My tea is cold.
I forgot to drink it.
I forgot to drink it.
That is not glamorous English, but it is real English.
Real and slightly sad.
Now the clock is moving. You need to leave. You check your bag.
Phone, keys, wallet.
Nice.
Wait, socks.
Socks?
I can't find my socks.
That is our first morning crisis.
It is a real crisis. One sock is always missing.
I can't find my socks.
I can't find my socks.
I check under the bed.
I check under the bed.
I check near the chair.
I check near the chair.
I find one sock.
I find one sock.
Only one.
Only one.
This is cinema.
Low budget cinema.
You finally find the other sock. You put on your shoes. You take your bag. You open the door.
And then,
Then your phone is not in your hand,
no,
not in your bag,
no, no,
not on the table.
please.
It is between the sofa cushions.
Why are you there?
Where is my phone?
Where is my phone?
I found it.
I found it.
It was in the sofa.
It was in the sofa.
You are finally ready. You open the door again. You step out.
Wait,
What now?
my water bottle.
Of course.
I forgot my water bottle.
I forgot my water bottle.
I go back and get it.
I go back and get it.
This morning is becoming a series.
It is called Almost Ready.
I would watch that.
The important thing is this: small trouble makes the story sound like a person. A perfect routine sounds like a worksheet. A missing sock sounds like a morning.
That is true. I trust the missing sock.
Same. Now you have your socks, phone, keys, bag, and water bottle.
I think.
Do not check again. We need to leave this house.
Okay, let's go.
You step outside, and the street is already busy.
People are so awake outside. It feels unfair.
Some people are walking fast. Someone is carrying coffee. A child is dragging a backpack that looks too big. A dog is having a very serious morning sniff.
Dogs always have important business.
The air feels fresh, and for 1 second you think, okay, maybe this day is not terrible.
That is a dangerous thought
Why?
because then it starts to rain.
It starts to rain.
It starts to rain.
Not heavy rain, just enough rain to make you question your choices.
And I do not have an umbrella.
I do not have an umbrella.
I walk faster.
I walk faster.
My shoes get wet.
My shoes get wet.
This is already too real.
You see the bus stop ahead. There are few people waiting. One person is looking at the road like they can summon the bus with their eyes.
I have done that.
The bus is not there yet.
That is good.
Then you hear it.
That is bad.
The bus is coming.
The bus is coming.
You are still half a block away.
No, no, no.
I almost miss the bus.
I almost miss the bus.
I walk faster.
I walk faster.
Okay, maybe I run a little.
Maybe I run a little.
You reach the door just as it opens.
I made it.
I made it.
That deserves a trophy.
Or at least a dry seat.
Do I get one?
You get a seat by the window. The bus moves. Rain makes little lines on the glass.
That is nice. Annoying, but nice.
Outside, the city slides past. A bakery, a fruit shop, a man with a box, a woman laughing into her phone, a delivery truck blocking half the street.
The usual morning chaos.
The usual morning chaos. You sit there with wet shoes and your water bottle finally in your bag.
Small victory.
The city is awake.
The city is awake.
I am wet, but I made it.
I am wet, but I made it.
That is the line.
I am wet, but I made it.
See? Not a worksheet, a real commute.
And a slightly dramatic one.
A little drama helps the English stick.
Yea, I will remember the wet shoes.
Most people do. Now the bus gets closer to your stop. You press the button. You stand up carefully because wet shoes and moving buses are not a great team.
Very true.
The door opens. You step out. The rain has almost stopped.
Of course it has.
Of course, you walk toward your day, not perfectly dry, not perfectly awake, but moving.
I am moving.
That is enough for now. You arrive at your place. Office, school, kitchen table, small desk at home, whatever your day looks like.
I like that we are not pretending everyone has a shiny office.
No shiny office required. You put down your bag, you take off your jacket, your shoes are still a little wet.
I hate that feeling.
Wet shoes at a desk. Very specific pain.
Very specific.
You open your notebook, you check your messages. There are a few new ones.
Of course there are.
One message looks important.
That sentence makes me nervous.
Same. You read it carefully. You type a reply. You check it once, maybe twice.
I always check twice.
You click send.
Brave.
Then you see it.
See what?
The attachment.
No.
Wrong file.
No.
I sent the wrong file.
I sent the wrong file.
You stare at the screen for 1 silent second.
A very loud, silent second.
Then you breathe. You do not disappear. You do not move to another country.
Tempting, though.
You write a short message. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Here is the correct file.
Here is the correct file.
Let me fix that.
Let me fix that.
Not perfect. Handled.
Not perfect. Handled.
That is a better life goal than perfect.
Honestly, yes.
Later, someone walks by and says, "Morning."
Morning.
They ask, "Busy day?"
A bit. But I'm okay.
That is better than "a little busy but okay for this scene." More casual.
A bit. But I'm okay.
Nice.
You said nice, not perfect.
I'm learning.
Good.
You look at your list. It is longer than you hoped.
It always is.
You choose one thing, just one, not because it is inspirational, because that is all your brain can hold right now.
Very relatable.
I start with this one.
I start with this one.
I make it smaller.
I make it smaller.
I do the first part.
I do the first part.
I get stuck.
I get stuck.
I ask one question.
I ask one question.
I try again.
I try again.
That is a real work morning, not heroic. Just one fix, one message, one task.
And one wet shoe.
Sadly, yes, the wet shoe stays.
That should be in the title.
English for wet shoes and wrong attachments.
I would click.
Me too, but maybe not today.
Fair.
The morning moves on. You answer something, you fix something, you drink water, you make a small note for later and hope you understand it later.
I never understand my notes later.
Same, but we keep writing them.
Human behavior is strange.
It really is, and it gives us plenty of English. Lunch arrives like a small holiday.
A short, unpaid holiday.
Very short, but still, you stand up. Your back makes a tiny sound.
Do not mention that.
I stretch my back.
I stretch my back.
You get your lunch. You open the bag.
Please be normal.
It is not normal.
Of course.
Your lunchbox leaked.
Great.
My lunch leaked.
My lunch leaked.
There is sauce on the bag.
There is sauce on the bag.
You need a napkin.
I need a napkin.
Someone sees you looking at the bag.
Oh no.
They say rough morning?
A little.
A little.
Do you have a napkin?
Do you have a napkin?
That sentence is useful in emergencies.
Very useful. They give you a napkin. You clean the bag. Not perfectly. Enough.
Not perfect, but less saucy.
Less saucy is the goal.
Please do not make that a lesson title.
No promises.
Bevin.
Fine. No lesson title.
Thank you.
You sit down. Someone asks, "How's your day?"
I almost missed the bus. My shoes are wet and my lunch leaked.
That is a lot.
Too much?
It is honest. But if you want a smaller version, you can say, "It's been a morning."
It's been a morning.
Perfect human sentence.
It's been a morning.
Someone says, "Yeah, same."
That makes me feel less alone.
Small talk doing its job.
A small bridge?
A small bridge, but I will not over-explain it.
Thank you.
Someone tells you they had a hard meeting. You do not need a brilliant answer.
Good, because I do not have one.
You can say, "That sounds rough,"
That sounds rough.
or "I get that,"
I get that.
or "I'm listening."
I'm listening.
That one is small, but it keeps the door open.
I like it. It sounds like something I could actually say.
That is our standard today. Could Anna actually say it?
Please keep that standard forever.
Deal, you eat. The food is okay even after the sauce incident. You drink water. For a few minutes, nobody asks you to fix anything.
Beautiful.
You can say beautiful there.
I know. I meant it.
Fair. Then you check your phone. There is a message from your family.
Let me guess. Grandma?
Grandma.
I knew it.
The message says, "Call me when you can."
That sounds serious.
Maybe. Or maybe she just wants to ask why your cousin has not replied.
Also serious.
Very serious family business.
I will call her tonight.
Hold that thought. Afternoon is coming.
The dangerous part.
Afternoon arrives.
Unfortunately,
Your body is at the desk. Your mind is somewhere else.
probably looking for snacks.
I'm on low battery.
I'm on low battery.
That is the afternoon sentence.
It is very accurate.
You look at your list again. Somehow it did not become shorter by itself.
Rude.
You open one file, then you close it.
Relatable.
You open it again.
Also relatable.
You read the same line twice.
Only twice? Impressive.
Fine. 3 times.
There it is.
The afternoon is not glamorous. You drink water. You sit differently. You roll your shoulders. You check the clock and immediately regret it.
Why is it only 2:40?
Exactly. No, wait. I almost said it.
I heard it.
I am removing the AI words in real time.
Proud of you.
Thank you. New version? Yeah, 240 feels personal.
Much better.
You do not need a big plan. You need one small move. I'll fix this first.
I'll fix this first.
I can do one thing.
I can do one thing.
I will not fix the whole day.
I will not fix the whole day.
Just this part.
Just this part.
You answer one message. You correct one line. You rename one file because the file name is chaos.
My file names are terrible.
Mine too. Final, new, real, final.
Stop. I have that file.
Everyone has that file.
Everyone.
You work for a while, not fast, not beautifully, but you move. Then one thing is done.
That is a real relief.
It's done enough.
It's done enough.
Not perfect,
Not perfect,
but off your desk.
but off my desk.
That line might save the afternoon.
It's done enough. Not perfect, but off my desk.
See, that sounds like a real person at 347.
Very specific.
Specific helps. Now the room changes again. People start closing things. Someone says, I'm done for today, but they are clearly not done.
We all say that.
You put away your things, you check tomorrow's first task. You write one note to yourself.
Future me will not understand it.
Future you will do their best.
Good luck to future me.
The day is turning toward evening. You are not fresh, but you are still here.
I am still here.
That line stays.
I am still here.
You leave your place. The air outside has changed.
Evening air is different.
It is. Morning air says go. Evening air says can we stop now?
I vote yes.
The sky is soft and orange. The rain has stopped, but the street still shines a little.
Wet streets are pretty when I am not rushing.
That is true. You walk past the bakery again.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous. The lights are warm. The bread looks unfairly good.
Unfairly good is correct.
I almost buy bread.
I almost buy bread.
Then you see the line.
No,
It is too long.
the line is too long.
You stand there for 3 seconds, doing math in your head.
Bread math.
Bread math. Time, hunger, tiredness, money, patience.
My patience loses.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
You walk away with no bread but a strong opinion.
I should have bought the bread.
That is also real English.
I should have bought the bread.
The bus is quieter now. People look tired. A student is asleep with one earbud in. Someone has flowers. Someone has a grocery bag that might break.
That grocery bag has tension.
It really does. Audio drama in one plastic bag.
Will it break?
Not in our episode. We have enough problems.
Fair.
You sit by the window. The city moves past. You are tired, but not unhappy.
I'm tired, but I'm okay.
I'm tired, but I'm okay.
That feels like my evening.
Mine too. The bus reaches your stop. You step off. The street is quieter. A dog barks once, then gives up.
Even the dog is tired.
You reach your door, keys out, door open, shoes off.
Best part of the day.
Shoes off?
Shoes off.
I'm home.
I'm home.
You put down your bag. For a moment, you do not do anything.
That moment is important.
Yeah. The tiny pause after coming home.
No one talks about that pause.
We should. It is the moment where the outside day falls off your shoulders a little.
That is nice.
You do not need to be productive in that first minute. You just need to arrive.
I arrive.
I arrive.
I like that.
You wash your hands. You open the fridge.
Please have something good.
There is something.
That is not the same.
No, but it is enough. You make something simple. Rice, eggs, soup, leftovers, toast, whatever your real evening gives you.
I respect leftovers.
Leftovers have saved many lives.
Many.
I make something simple to eat.
I make something simple to eat.
I sit down.
I sit down.
I eat slowly.
I eat slowly.
I let my shoulders drop.
I let my shoulders drop.
That one felt real.
It did.
After dinner, you remember the message.
Grandma.
Grandma, you call her.
Hi, Grandma.
She says something, but the connection is bad.
Of course.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Say that again.
Say that again.
I can hear you now.
I can hear you now.
She asks if you ate.
Classic.
You say, yes, I ate.
Yes, I ate.
She asks what you ate.
This is too real.
You tell her. Then she tells you about a neighbor, a plant, and someone's cousin.
I understand maybe 40%.
That is family listening practice.
Advanced level.
You say,
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I see.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
You are doing great.
I am mostly surviving.
Same thing in family calls.
True.
After a few minutes, you say, I'll call you tomorrow.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Take care.
Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
You hang up. The room is quiet again.
I love Grandma, but I need some quiet time.
I need some quiet time.
I need some quiet time.
That is a healthy sentence.
A necessary sentence.
Maybe you make tea. Maybe you watch one short video. Maybe you take a walk. Maybe you do nothing and just sit there.
Doing nothing after a full day should count as an activity.
It does here.
Thank you.
You sit. The light is not bright. The day is quieter now. Not perfect. Not dramatic. Just yours.
Just mine.
And now, maybe English is not a subject. It is just part of the room.
That is the version I want.
Me too. It is night now. The day has finally run out of things to ask from you.
I love that sentence.
You brush your teeth. You wash your face. You change clothes. You pick up your phone, then remember you were going to put it away.
I was just checking one thing.
One thing becomes 20 minutes.
I know. I know.
So you put the phone down.
I put the phone down.
Not across the room. Let's be honest.
No, just slightly farther away.
That counts. You sit on the bed. The room is quiet. Your body is tired, but your brain is replaying random moments from the day.
The sock, the bus, the lunch sauce.
The wrong attachment.
Please let that go.
Eventually,
Thank you.
you open a notebook Or maybe just the Notes app. You write one sentence.
Today was a normal day,
Today was a normal day,
but it was mine.
but it was mine.
I like that better.
Me too. Do you want to retell it?
Not like a test.
Not like a test, like you are telling a friend what happened.
Okay. Today I woke up slowly. I wanted 5 more minutes because of course I did. My hair was a mess and my tea got cold before I drank it.
Very real start.
I could not find my socks. Then I could not find my phone. Then I forgot my water bottle.
Strong morning.
A chaotic morning.
Better word.
I went outside and it started to rain because the day was being dramatic. I almost missed the bus, but I made it. My shoes were wet, but I had a seat by the window.
That part sounds like a movie.
A small, wet movie.
Right.
At work, I sent the wrong file. I wanted to disappear for 1 second, but I fixed it. I wrote, "Sorry about that. Here is the correct file." And the world did not end.
Important discovery.
Very important. At lunch, my lunch leaked. I needed a napkin. Someone asked how my day was, and I said, "It's been a morning."
That line stays.
It does. In the afternoon, I was on low battery. I read the same line too many times, but I fixed one thing. It was done enough. Not perfect, but off my desk.
That is a useful kind of done.
In the evening, I almost bought bread, but the line was too long. I went home with no bread and a strong opinion.
Still sad about the bread.
A little.
Understandable.
I made something simple to eat. I called Grandma. She asked what I ate. The phone was not great, but we survived. Then I sat quietly for a while. I needed that.
Yeah. That quiet part matters.
Now I am here. The day was normal. It was messy. It was not perfect, but it was mine. And I tried again.
That sounds like you.
That is what I want. English that sounds like me, not like a textbook, not like an AI wrote it on a very confident day.
Fair. English with wet shoes, cold tea, and one missing sock.
That is my brand now.
It is a good brand.
Thank you.
Friends, before we go, choose one line from your own day. Maybe it is, "I'm on low battery."
I'm on low battery.
Maybe, "It's been a morning."
It's been a morning.
Maybe, "I fixed one thing."
I fixed one thing.
Maybe, "I need some quiet time."
I need some quiet time.
Or maybe today was normal, but it was mine.
Today was normal, but it was mine.
That is a good place to stop.
I agree. And I did not say absolutely.
Proud moment.
Thank you for spending one full, messy, normal day with us.
This is English Unbound. I'm Bevin.
And I'm Anna. Put your phone down if you can.
Slightly farther away counts.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.